Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. As you can tell from the time, it is 1:25. Actually, it's closer to 1:20 because this thing's about 10 minutes fast. I'm going to go out on a walk. I have a volume increaser, so I should be able to be heard without having everybody really not being able to hear me. This is my flashlight. Why do I need a flashlight? Because while it's 1:20, it's 1:20 in the morning. This is outside. This is outside with my flashlight on. Now, I have had a commenter who said, hey, clean up your area. The thing is, I have cleaned up my area. My area is clean. I rent a room from my in-laws. I don't rent anything else. My in-laws are my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my 2 children, and my in-laws' 2 children. There's a spider right up there. I don't know if you can see it. I am afraid of spiders, and that guy was right on the fence. Ooh, what a scary spider. But while I'm afraid of spiders, I don't hate them, and so I'm not terrified. I mean, I'm terrified, but I'm not going to kill it. Again, though, my in-laws, with my 2 children, live in their house. I rent a room in their garage. I don't rent any part else of the house. They have 6 people to clean up their entire yard and house. They don't need the one guy who's renting a room who's got fibro and all these injuries to clean up their house for them. I keep my area clean. I'm not going to worry about their area. I don't think you can see very much or very well. This is my vehicle we're walking past. I walk at night all the time. I really like it. My flashlight has, you see the 2 areas? This is 7 LEDs, and then it's got an extra LED that you can move around. I just sort of keep it like that, so it expands the cone of light. Boy, this camera. Neighbor's house. They have a lot of vehicles. Like about 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, just 5. Here we are, coming up on the corner. Hopefully when we get downtown, you'll be able to see better. Hopefully, people will be actually paying attention to this. Hopefully I won't be set upon by dogs and all that out here, because I'm yammering to myself loudly in the middle of the night, it being 1:30 in the morning. Again, that being the time that I head out. Let's see what it's like without my flashlight. Yeah, it's this dark. You can't really see even with it. Like, here's a tree. Hi, tree. I was out here one night, and there was this mole crossing the road. And so I stopped and just talked to the mole for a while. I watched the mole. It looked like a black furry hot dog, and it was bouncing. Weirdest thing as I saw it walking. Like I said, it was more like a bouncing hot dog. Black furry hot dog, but still. Okay. I'm letting my hand dangle now. Can't really see my arm, but there. That's my arm. I have a volume loudenizer that I'm going to loudenize the volume with. Everything really looks different at night, and I really like it. It's pretty cold. I'm very chilly right now, but because of the way things work out, I'm going to warm up pretty quick. And just like the other day when I was walking, and by the time I got back, I was pretty much too warm, even with this long-sleeved shirt that I wear as a coat. And I was sweating. No matter how cold I am when I start out, generally by the time I get halfway through my walk, I'm ready to take off both my coat and sometimes even my shirt. I'm so hot. I never do, of course, because then I would freeze. I am so susceptible to cold since I lost 160 pounds, of which I have gained back quite a bit of that to a healthy weight. I had gone down to 160. That was half my body weight I lost. I was at 325 before. After my wife died, I kind of ballooned up in weight because I was drinking alcohol. And then I got really sick, lost half my body weight, got down to 160. I have since, I was going to say ballooned back up, but that's not true. I have not ballooned in anything. I'm really sorry if you cannot see a thing. I mean, I bet it's really hard to see anything at all. I do not know how much of this is showing up, but I'm also just talking about things. Because I've increased my body weight. I weigh right now between 200 and 210. Which I have not weighed this weight, as this little, even as much, though that I've gained back 50 pounds. Even gaining back 50 pounds, I still weigh less than I have for decades. Anorexia will do that. Here's the intersection. It's a nice intersection. Same pathway that I walked by the other day. When we get more downtown, there'll be better light. I don't know that I want to keep this all as one continuous file, though, so I'm going to be chopping this off for a little while. Because, well, some of it you don't just need to see. I mean, it's hard to see. There's nothing to see. Parts of it is because I need to medicate. And I brought my medications with me. So while I'm medicating, I'm going to have the camera turned off. Because I've got one hand with my flashlight, one hand with the camera. Can't show you that because there's a camera in that hand. Here we are. This is Turner Street. Right at the corner of Turner and 7th. Way up that way. Way down that way. We're going down this way. Darkness, death, violence, and murder. Hopefully not in that order and not to me. Yeah. I'm at 8 minutes 30 seconds on this one, and I need to medicate a bit, so I will be right back with you. You take care. Don't go anywhere. Please. I'm desperate for approval. Well, here we are at the top of that hill that I walked down and then climbed back up yesterday. It's been about 3 blocks since I had the camera on. There's a little bit of light because of the lights here. The street lights go on and off. And I don't mean like every half hour or 45 minutes, but like every 5 minutes here this one goes out and then slowly turns back on. I'm actually surprised that it's on right now. Let's see if it's gonna stay on while I'm here. Wow, it hasn't dropped off. I wonder what's going on. How weird. Wonder if they fixed it. Huh. I'll have to walk backwards for a while. Keep an eye on that light. Or else I'll just turn back periodically so that I don't fall down the hill. Can't see a thing. See, the thing about smoking cannabis is that any smoke, anything at all that goes into your lungs is an irritant. And your lungs don't like irritants, really. Weirdly enough, I don't understand why. But they don't, and so even cannabis is an irritant for your lungs. But it's not the cannabis or the THC that is the irritant. It is the delivery method, smoking, that is the irritant. Because smoke is, again, an irritant. Also, burning anything does cause the creation of carcinogens. But the thing about THC is even the government studies have found that there is something in THC that protects the lungs against the damage from the irritation of the smoke. And that even heavy cannabis users, their lungs were almost as clear as non-smokers' lungs. Whereas even a light tobacco smoker's lungs are ruined. So there's something in THC that protects against the tumor-causing effects of inhaling carcinogens. Now you have to notice those words, helps and protects. Does not mean it stops it. Does not mean it keeps it from happening entirely. It means it helps your body protect against those damages. Boy, here we come up on this light. Is that the, oh, no, that light's still on up there. Huh. It hasn't gone out tonight. How weird. Here's that corner at the bottom of the hill. And then heading down this way again to where the stream is and all. I don't really have a whole lot different to say than when I took this walk the first time. But it's just, take a look at this. I really, really like the way it looks tonight. I really like walking at night. I much prefer it. I'm just hoping that when I'm out here tonight, I'm not going to end up getting mugged and killed, of course. That would be bad. After all, there are tweakers out here, and I don't have a gun, so all I have for protection are my feet and my flashlight. Also speaking, I hope I don't run across any wild possums or wild dogs or anything. Again, all I have protection is my feet and my flashlight. I have my keys with me for checking my P.O. box? Good, I do. I mean, it's Sunday night, Monday morning, so the mail wasn't delivered today, but now here's the stream that we're coming up on. This looks a lot different at night. See, there's a path that'll go downward to it. This is for the people that sleep under the bridge. And in fact, no, I thought I saw a light down there, but nope, it was just lights from different things. Homeless people sleep around here. Over on the other side too. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. There's a car coming, so I can't cross the street. That's a cop car, so I'm going to cross the street at a crosswalk. That's what the word is. I don't want to get a jaywalking ticket this time of night. There we go. Okay, it's close enough to a crosswalk. I just want to show you what this looks like at night. Because this is what it was during the day. If you watched that video the other night, or the other day, or the other thing. Fish moose. Spiderweb. But that's the light with grating and all now. Or grate with the grate with lighting so you can see there at night. And that's the creek, what little you can see. Back across the street to where the sidewalk is. My hand is badly cramping. I have it in this awkward claw position, and luckily I'm able to do that. It's just that I can feel it cramping painfully, even as I do it. I have to switch hands soon. Coming up on downtown. Usually I have my flashlight turned off by this time, but it's really, really dark, so I don't know. It just looks a lot cooler, I think, out here. Plus it is a lot colder. Now I almost wish I'd brought gloves, but I don't have any. I have to wear socks on my hands. Let me tell you, it looks kind of funny. Like mittens, except they're gym socks. Excuse me. I hate snorting. My wife hated me snorting. I don't like me snorting, but I snort. Security. Okay. Across here. Because, yep, I follow the rules, even in the middle of the night. Don't want to get hit by anything. There's cars everywhere. I'm probably going to be able to keep my hand like this until I get to the post office. Well, I want to be able to take stuff inside, so I'm actually going to turn the camera off and rest my hand. So I'll see you all in a bit. Ah, there we go. So I just swapped hands now. So my right hand's holding the camera, and my left hand's holding the flashlight. That puts my thumb right over or next to the volume thing, microphone. That's not necessarily a good thing. Let me see if there's a different position I can hold this in. I just have to keep my fingers out of view. But I don't want to have a lot of movement, or else it's going to make horrible sounds. This is the yellow blinky light. If you can hear that, it's one of these make noises lights. I actually think it's pretty cool. First time I come across this, I figured, well, what's the point? Because, you know, you do this.
Yellow lights are flashing. Las luces amarillas están relampagueando.
And I thought to myself, well, why would you even need to know that? But it's like, hey, blind people. It's like, just because I can see, this is something made for people who can't. And that's very cool. I have to put my hand in a really weird position to keep away from the microphone. I'm going to turn up. I got my fingers in the way. How irritating. So I don't want to make a lot of noise on the microphone. There, I got my flashlight turned off. Let's see if I can find a better place to hold this. See, the problem is my thumb is right almost against the microphone. Once again, the CenturyLink building at night with all its server banks. It's a server farm. See if you can see through the cracks. See what I mean? It's a server farm. Kind of cool that Shelton has a server farm, but still. Boy, this is going to be hard to hear because of that bloody placement. I don't have a selfie stick. I'd put this on a selfie stick to hold it, but I've just got my hand. Here we are at night. Here we are in the darkness. Here we are when there's no one around. Except for me and the tweakers. And me and the drunkards. We're all out here singing. Know that we're not. There's no one out singing. Not even the tweakers. I'm all by myself, singing to myself, out in the cold. Gosh, how scary it is out here. There's monsters awaiting. Actually, the only monsters that are out here are the humankind. So hopefully I'm not going to be killed tonight. Oh, here comes a car. Oh, my right arm is getting sore. Oh, that's okay. There's the liquor store. Point of high society here. Shelton, Washington. Tweakerton, USA. See, it's like an apocalypse. No one around. Except for me. Because I'm crazy. Now this thing here, the lights used to be on it at night. The Shelton Tower thing, the clock tower. That one says 10 to 2. That one's probably correct. And that one says 10 to 2. Not bad. And this side says 10 to 2. And this side says 6:35. Pretty bloody accurate, I'd say. How about that? Oh, trash. How about that? Welcome to Shelton. Okay, coming up on the post office here. I'm going to swap hands again because my right arm is getting really tired. And there's someone across the street, so they're probably thinking I'm crazy talking to myself as I walk through town. Which is to say, I fit right in. Okay, I'm going to swap hands.